Now, we all know what happened with this shot right here, but before we go through this shot, let's rewind and discuss how it all started with Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard was drafted to the Spurs in 2011 and had a huge career with the San Antonio Spurs. He was very much a two-way player in the NBA. Kawhi Leonard, while playing in the Spurs, had a lot of important influences around him. He had the Spurs point guard, Tony Parker, the Spurs shooting guard, Manu Ginobili, and the power forward of Tim Duncan. We can say that Kawhi learned a lot from these three, defensively and offensively, and there was definitely a lot of behind-the-scenes learning that they taught him to try and improve himself to be one of the greatest two-way players that we have seen to play in the Spurs and any other team that he goes to because of the teachings that they gave to him. And of course, we cannot forget the great Greg Popovich. Definitely would always pull Kawhi Leonard to the side and give him teachings and just try to keep his mindset always right as they continued the season that Greg Popovich never wanted them to give up every single year. The Spurs ended up making the playoffs 4 years in a row while Kawhi was on the Spurs. During the 2013-14 NBA season, Kawhi Leonard won Defensive Player of the Year, and in 2015 he made his first All-Star game. Kawhi was improving very fast.
The whole team is at trouble. Green on Wade. Gets behind the Bosch screen. Leonard comes in and grabs Allen. Good defense to force Parker.
Tim Duncan,
the other way.
Patrick
Leonard
Mills,
will try a three.
There
first. Ginobili off the screen. Fires a three. That won't go. Leonard keeps it alive. Wild shot. Duncan's tip misses. Ball comes out. Ginobili fires it to Leonard. Leonard gets a good look. That's a three. Allen off the dribble. Leonard grabs the rebound. Andy Green also back in along with Parker. Leonard goes at Wade, sidesteps, feet inside to Splitter. And Splitter's become fair.
Most of it was during his playoff
Leonard shoots early and gets hit by batting points and 14 rebounds in Game 4.
Was having
3 block shots, 3 assists, 3 feet for San Antonio.
The Miami Heat with the big three of Chris Bosh, Wade,
alley-oop, Diaw to Leonard.
Man, you see this coming a mile away. Your job is to drop off, play center field.
Kawhi Leonard was unreal.
5 to shoot.
Nobody really
Leonard
expected it from Kawhi Leonard, but
Look to be more aggressive.
Really
Leonard up on him.
Lewis
Lewis sets a good screen. James drives, can't finish. Leonard the rebound.
And that did not stop him.
Leonard for three. Leonard
grinded.
Terrific numbers for the third straight game.
2014, and he put on an amazing series.
Incredible comeback
Against the Miami Heat.
Still so much time
Kawhi
remaining.
Leonard then won Finals MVP for the 2014 NBA championship that the San Antonio Spurs could now celebrate. 2017 Western Conference Finals, Kawhi Leonard re-injures his ankle that he had injured the year before. He was going up for a jump shot against Zaza Pachulia as the Spurs were leading by 20 points against the Warriors in Game 1. And Kawhi Leonard goes up for a jump shot, and Zaza Pachulia gets into his landing space and lands right underneath his foot. Many people criticize Zaza Pachulia for this play, saying it was very dirty, and it was. In 2017, Kawhi sat out for the entire
diving
season.
Stop by Leonard.
And the Spurs became
Overplay, overplay. Oh my goodness, what a tremendous play. Did not give up on the play, chases him off the line.
Came back on the 2018-2019
They get the
season with a
switch.
vengeance.
Kawhi
Dominated the
Backhand
NBA
slam.
and looked
He
like he had
says
been an
enough.
all-star for years and years and years.
Look at CC Saban.
Got to see this one again.
Kawhi put up outrageous numbers and bonded with Kyle Lowry and Danny Green and the rest of his team tremendously, bringing them into the NBA playoffs. Deep into the NBA playoffs for the first time in almost 5 years. Kawhi Leonard was on a different mission during the 2018-2019 season.
There's the steal, final seconds of the half. Leonard gets it away. Of the first half, Toronto with a 14-2 run the last 3 minutes. and 10 seconds, and they lead it by 11. A quick break coming up.
He's going to make something happen, but also here he goes right by the guy again. There it is.
Whistle and one. Oh, Kawhi.
This was a very hard-fought series in the Eastern Conference Finals against the 76ers and the Toronto Raptors. It was Jimmy Butler, Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, and crew versus Kawhi Leonard, Kyle Lowry, Serge Ibaka, Danny Green, and the Toronto Raptors. It was a very hard-fought game. Both of these teams were grinding to try to make their way to the NBA Finals for the first time in a very, very long time. Jimmy Butler was on a vengeance coming from the Timberwolves after being cut and traded because of his quote-unquote incidents with the younger players. And Joel Embiid wanted to try and grind his way with Ben Simmons to the NBA Finals. And as said before, Kawhi Leonard was also on a run trying to go to the NBA Finals once again after being injured for the longest time. Both of these teams worked very hard, and it was a hard-fought series. Back and forth, very, very back and forth. It was a very intriguing series as Jimmy Butler hits an and one right there. Very back and forth. Both teams hitting clutch shots, and the atmosphere was very intense as Serge Ibaka takes a three and he misses. And then we cut down to the last 17 seconds of the game where Joel Embiid passes and fumbles the ball, and they get a turnover, and Jimmy Butler drives right to the basket and ties the game.
Off to Leonard, defended by Simmons. Is this the dagger?
Leonard then hits the bouncing off the rim game winner to bring the Toronto Raptors to the NBA Finals in the first NBA Finals. The Raptors go on to face the Warriors in 6 games of the NBA Finals against Steph Curry and an injured Klay Thompson that was not playing, Draymond Green, DeMarcus Cousins, the super team that the Warriors had made, and Kawhi Leonard brings his squad to win an NBA championship for the city of Toronto, one that Toronto will never forget.
Oh man, just life experiences. My teammates, they did a great job of, welcoming me with open arms. The management, so they just told me to come out and play basketball. And, I'm a guy that just, try to not get too high or too low. And it worked out. It worked. Last summer, man, was going through a lot. And, I had a great support system. I just kept working hard, and had my mind set on this goal right here. I came to a team, a new coach, that mindset was the same as mine, trying to get that Larry O.B. over there. And, this is what I play basketball for. This is what I work out for all summer during the season. And I'm happy that my hard work paid off.